Well, let's talk more about this election in Canada. Mr. Ivan Kachanovsky is a political scientist, University of Ottawa. Is now joining us live on the broadcast from Ottawa. Kachanovsky, thank you for making time for us and joining us at this hour.
Thank you for the invitation.
Let me just start by asking you, what do you feel about the election results?
I think election results are quite predictable because public opinion polls predicted such a result with a very significant probability. And the only major issue was whether the Liberal Party would be able to get majority government or minority government. And now it looks like very likely it would have minority government because it falls a few seats short of a majority. And so this is, I think, major development because of the view of United States policy after the election of Donald Trump concerning Canada.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Kachanovsky, there has been a lot of mixed reaction following the win of Mark Carney as the Prime Minister. Many Canadians say that, yes, Mark Carney is the right person to deal with Donald Trump. Do you feel the same way? And what happens to the Pierre Poilievre camp going forward?
I think according to public opinion polls, Mark Carney is regarded as best person to deal with Donald Trump. And this is in big contrast to previous leader of Liberal Party and Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, who was perceived as not, again, kind of up to task to deal with Donald Trump. And after Donald Trump started to make his threats to his statements about Canada becoming 51st state and also threatening to impose tariffs on Canada. And Mark Carney was elected, and he actually, not only was he elected as leader of the Liberal Party, but he was also received very significant support from Canadians, which was demonstrated in the last elections or in the current elections, because he is regarded as such a person who is able not only to stand to the United States, which is much bigger country, much more powerful country, but also because of his economic experience, which is a very important issue of tariffs in Canada, since trade between the U.S. and Canada is very significant. So threat by Donald Trump to impose tariffs on Canada would have very significant impact on Canadian economy. And the leader of Liberal Party, new leader of Liberal Party, is regarded as a person with such experience. And Conservative Party, again, in this case, they lost elections, even so they receive much higher popular support, according to again, election results. They receive highest support in recent history among Canadians, but still they still lost elections because they were not able to counter the image and this narrative and policy which was kind of promoted by Donald Trump. So they basically lost, and leader of Liberal Party and leader of Conservative Party also lost his seat in Ottawa, in another district in Ottawa.
Mr. Kachanovsky, let's talk about the relations between Canada and other nations, including India. And today, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi did extend his congratulations to the new Prime Minister, Mark Carney. This would have not happened a few months ago because of the fraught relationship between India and Canada. What do you think the future of this relationship looks like?
I think this is still an open question what would happen in terms of relations between India and Canada under the new Prime Minister, because he's still a leader of the same party, Liberal Party, and the issues still remain to a large extent the same or similar issues. And this also would be affected by, I think, a conflict in India, kind of between India and Pakistan, and also important policy of the United States towards India. So all of these factors would play in terms of how Canadian policy towards India and how relations India and Canada can change under the new leader of under the new government in Canada. But I don't think that this may be a very radical change in this case. But I think this might be some possibility for some changes in this regard under the new leadership of Liberal Party and a new leader of Canada.
All right, let's just say time will tell. Ivan Kachanovsky, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.